So Blender version 5.2 is just recently released, and in the update there's now a feature where you can actually download online asset libraries. So this is where the assets would be hosted on an online server, and you would just download whichever asset you want to use from the asset browser. So in Blender version 5.2, what I'm going to do is click on Edit and go to the User Preferences. And what you also notice in the User Preferences is there's now an Asset Libraries tab rather than having to go down to File paths to add the asset libraries. So if I just open up the asset libraries, here are some asset libraries that I have on my computer. So these are some asset libraries that I have up for sale. They're going to be linked in the video description if you want to check any of them out. But if I click on the plus here, you can either choose to add a local asset library. So this is the normal way that you would, download an asset library or purchase something online or create your own and then add it as an asset library. But you can also click here to add a remote asset library. So then what you'd do is you'd punch in a URL for wherever the asset libraries are being hosted, and then you'd be able to download those assets and add them into your projects. I'm just going to click on cancel though, because I don't really have any URL to add right now. But I could definitely see this being used more in the future. So if you maybe purchase an asset pack from an online marketplace, instead of downloading all the assets, you could just add a remote asset library, and the asset library creator would maybe host the assets on a server. Now you can see there's also this Essentials catalog, and so this is actually Blender's online asset libraries. Now to actually download Blender's official online asset libraries, what you want to do is go here to System, and then scroll down here and open up the Network tab, and then you want to checkmark this Allow Online Access. So just checkmark that, then you can save Blender's user preferences, and then just close the user preferences. So now what I'm going to do is just click right here to change the editor type to the asset browser. So if I just click right up here, you can see here's all of my different asset libraries. So I have like my ultimate material pack, my low poly asset pack, and my other asset libraries. But you can see I can also go here to Essentials. And so these are Blender's online assets. And you can definitely see there's some new things here in Blender version 5.2. So there's like some compositor effects. There's also some other geometry node setups. And if you go down here, you can also see that there's some materials and also some models. And you can also just click on them by clicking here on the categories. So I assume that all of these assets are being stored on Blender's servers, so on Blender's website, and then when you actually download them, they're downloaded from Blender's server. So you can see if I move my mouse over any of these, you can see there's going to be a little cloud icon with an arrow, and so you'll need to click on that to download the asset before adding it in. So what I'm going to do is click and drag here to split the window, and then I'll change the editor type back to the 3D viewport. So you can see if I want to add in this head model, I need to click and drag, but you can see I can't actually drop it in. That's because I first need to click on the download button. So you can see it's going to download it really quick, and then I can just drag and drop it in here and zoom into it. So now that I've downloaded it, I can just drop it into my file. And what's also useful about this is if I'm not connected to the internet, I could still just drag and drop this in because it's now been downloaded to my computer. And actually all of these character models are also available for download for free on Blender's website. So if you don't want to use the online assets, then you can actually go to Blender's website and you can download a pack of all these character models for free. So I'm just going to go into the rendered viewport mode. I'll just try out some of these assets. So I'm just going to shade this head smooth. Then I can also go here to world, and you can see there's some HDRIs. So let me just download this one here, the original Blender Institute. Let's drag and drop it in here. And take a look at this. So this is also a really quick way to add some quick lighting to your scene. If you don't want to look through a ton of HDRIs and download a bunch of HDRIs, it's really quick to download it here. We can also go here to materials, and you can actually see there's some pre-made materials. Some of these are procedural, some of them use image textures, but let's add this bronze material, drop this on here, and that's very cool. So this is a procedural material. Let me just zoom in here to take a look at all the details. So that's really cool. And then what I could also do is go to the shading workspace to preview this material. And so you can see that all the values are grayed out, and so that's because the data is packed into the file. So if you want to actually control the procedural material, what you want to do is click on this little icon here to unpack it. So you can see it says click to unpack and make local. So if I click on that, it's going to unpack it, and now you can see I can change the roughness of the material. I can also change the base color of the metal, and there's also this geometry influence. That's pretty cool. So this is kind of like a smart material where it kind of uses the shape of the object, and it kind of adds this wear on the edge of the model. So that's pretty cool. Now, even though Blender version 5.2 now has the option for online asset libraries, I don't currently have any plans to make any of my asset libraries online assets, because it just makes more sense that if you purchase an asset pack, you might want to download all the assets. And I also don't really have any website to host the asset libraries. So at least for the time being, if you're one of my customers of any of my asset libraries, like my Ultimate Material Pack or some of my other asset packs, I don't have any plans right now to make them an online asset library. You can just download them how you normally would, put them somewhere on your computer and then just add it as an asset library in Blender's user preferences. But in the near future, you might see asset packs which are up for sale online, which support online asset libraries where you can just download the assets from a server. And if you're interested in supporting my YouTube channel and purchasing any of my asset packs, like my Ultimate Material Pack with over 300 procedural materials, or my low poly asset pack, which comes with over 1,000 low poly models, or my light gobo asset pack, which comes with lots of light gobos, if you want to check out any of my asset packs, then I'll have the links to them in the video description. And if you want to learn how to create your own asset libraries in Blender, then I do have a tutorial on my YouTube channel showing you how you can mark all your different models and your materials as an asset library in Blender to create your own asset libraries. So link to that is in the description. And if you'd like to watch more of my new Blender updates and feature videos, then I also have a playlist with my new Blender updates and feature videos. But I hope you found this helpful, and thank you for watching.